True. Andreas Krieg is an assistant professor of defence studies at King's College London, joins me live. Good to have you with us on the programme again. What should we read into this statement?
I mean, it's quite obvious here that the United Arab Emirates are taking this quite serious. The Qatari complaint in front of the UN about UAE aircrafts going through Qatari airspace is something that the UAE are quite worried about. I think we can see internationally as well. I think there are huge concerns also in the United States that if the UAE continuously uses Qatari airspace for their military aircraft as well, when they try to go from the UAE towards Bahrain, for example, that if they penetrate the Qatari airspace without getting prior permission from the Qatari Ministry of Defense and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they could, create, in this heightened tension, create further escalation by causing Qatari airplanes going and trying to intercept Emirati military jets. When we talk about commercial airliners, I think it's up to this point, the evidence that has been provided is at zero at the moment, actually.
Indeed.
The Emirati, no commercial airline actually in the Emirates has made a complaint about being intercepted by Qatari airplanes. So for the information that we've been provided also by the US CENTCOM, which is controlling Qatari airspace, the US Forward Central Command in Qatar has not really shown any evidence that Qatari military jets were there to intercept Emirati commercial airliners.
So, Andreas, if this is the case, then by issuing the statement de facto, I mean, how is the UAE trying to persuade then the international community that their version of events is correct? Because, as you say, no commercial airliner has been rediverted. And I remember doing this interview just, a few days ago with another analyst, and yet nobody took any sort of social media photographs from within the plane. And when these planes apparently landed in Bahrain, Bahraini state television ignored this. There was no record and no interviews regarding any sort of interception. So what is the UAE trying to do here?
So, as I alluded to earlier, I think the Qataris made quite a substantiated accusation against the UAE for penetrating their airspace, which is done in front of the UN, which has the backing of the United States, who control Qatari airspace. And now the UAE are trying to get back at Qatar in what has been an 8-month-long war over narratives. So when the Qataris lash out with a complaint, the UAE can't respond to this, and they come up with their own complaint. And as you rightly say, there's absolutely no evidence. First of all, a commercial airliner is not owned just by the Emirati state. So a commercial airline would have filed a complaint in front of the IATA, who regulate airspace and regulate the freedom of airspace. Commercial airliners, Emirates and Etihad, for example, avoid Qatari airspace for quite a long time. There's a lot of evidence for that. So they have long not gone through Qatari airspace, so that doesn't make sense. The US CENTCOM, as I said earlier, has not confirmed any allegations by the UAE that Qatari commercial military jets were intercepting commercial airlines. So there is absolutely no evidence, even not on social media, and not from the Bahraini side. So I think what this is really just kind of trying to keep this war over narratives going by what at this point seems to be fabricated news. So what the Emirates have to do in order to prove their point is actually provide some sort of evidence, which should be quite easily to come by, considering the environment that they're in at the moment.
Well, we shall see what does happen, certainly. For the moment, Andreas Krieg there in London. Thank you.